Welcome back, everybody. This is Armando from Unknown Data Entry.
This is Daniel.
This is Darpinder.
Darpinder.
Cheers.
Don Marrano. No, playing. Okay,
Darpinder's in the house. Darpinder.
Okay. This podcast right here is about the potential $2,000 stimulus or the other $1,400. We'll just call it $2,000.
I'm assuming that the $1,400 is going to be for people that got the $600.
Yeah,
So we'll get $1,400 then.
to finish out a $2,000. Yeah.
So who's getting the $2,000 checks then?
No, fool. That's what.
Is it like certain households get $2,000, and then maybe certain individuals that are making a certain way?
So if I remember correctly, it's about the $2,000 is. So we got the $600, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about finishing out as two, and having $1,400 come our way. But then there's also people saying just straight 2,000, like 2,000 as in like 2,000.
Okay, you want to know my?
But there's two already colliding stories about this when you start looking up the thing.
If you really want to help out the American people, $2,000, dude, it's grateful, but I know for some people out there it's not enough.
Hell no.
$5,000 would maybe set some people up really good during this pandemic.
That might be too much.
No, dude.
$5,000. I mean, that's just wishful thinking, but that just would be awesome.
Here's the thing, dude. So like, you got people like Alexi saying, or not Alexi. Like I don't even know who Alexi is.
Lexi's that one guy. He was here about a couple weeks ago. Remember?
Yeah, not Alexi.
Yeah.
Pinder. Darpinder.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Darpinder.
Darpinder.
I'm just gonna call you Darth Vader. Okay, so Darth Vader over here. Darth Vader over here says that it's too much. I'm like, well, if you look into what's going on in every other country, they're providing like money for their people. People qualify monthly. Ever since this pandemic started.
Oh, so not like a one-time thing?
No.
Just a monthly? Like
You can literally go look to Canada and look to other countries.
like a monthly stipend.
Monthly payments.
Yeah, to survive. And here we are with our
People wanna
leaders.
come here, dude.
Yeah, and then you have our leaders literally bickering back and forth for like pretty much the whole damn year. Ever since the first 1,200, it took literally look when the first one passed, like March or April. Nobody got this last 600 until literally now.
I don't know, man. That's crazy, bro.
December, like passing in late December and January.
Yeah, late December into January.
So, and then it was just a measly $600. But in that bill, we were sending money to countries that basically fucking hate us. Like we were sending money to Pakistan for gender studies.
So I was looking at that when all this stuff was first being proposed. Before it actually got passed, and that was a debate. You know, people were pissed off about that. Oh, why are we giving these like Egypt and all these countries millions of dollars, and the American people are only getting $600? But then there was also some other people that were commenting saying, no, it's like two different bills or something like that. I mean, regardless if it's two different bills or whatever, we're still giving them money.
Why are
we only getting $600?
No, why is it taking so long?
Because these freaking idiots that are up there can't stop bickering and bitching at each other. No, I want this. No, I want this. And nothing ever gets done.
The only thing that I've ever told people, and I will tell people to the end of my breath, is this 200. It's almost like 200-plus-year-old invention that should have died with its inventor, never been created, called filibustering.
Yeah.
Filibustering is what stops a lot of fucking bills being passed that could really help people. Because we had the HEALS Act a long time ago. We had another act, and that one never took flight. Never went anywhere.
Yeah.
After the first stimulus check, there was proposals drafted and passed over from the House to the Senate, and that's when we had Majority Speaker Mitch McConnell, and
Franklin the Turtle.
Yeah, the McTurtle, and he let every bill die, man. Every single one of them died. So it's to the point where, you know, here we are into a new year, basically almost a whole year later, and we get $600, you know, and now there's talks about 2,000. So
Yeah, I'm seeing here that it's $2,000 check or at least the remaining $1,400.
Yeah, so. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a little bit of conflicting results about it on what the actual stipulation is. So my thing is, you're right. It's like one of those things that you got to get what you get. You know, be thankful at least for that. Even though I know for a fact America can do a hell of a lot better.
Oh, of course we can, dude. Of course,
because
we just don't want to.
Of course not, dude.
We just don't want to. These freaking idiots up there just. I mean,
the people who
it's not hurting them, man.
No, dude, because they're
getting their money. Regardless.
You know what's crazy? Even when a government shutdown happens, their pay doesn't stop. Do you know that?
Yeah, of course it doesn't stop, bro. Why would it? Everybody else getting screwed over but them. I mean, why would it, man? Stop their pay and then what happens?
Here's the thing. People argue that too. You see that all in the comment sections on every video. Oh, yeah, maybe if you freeze Congress's pay or you stop their money flow. I'm like, yo, you are thinking on like a one level plane dimension. These people don't live off of their actual, earned income as a senator or House representative. They are lobbied the shit out of by every big corporation you could possibly imagine.
They have more money than they need.
Exactly.
There's no need to keep
wipe their ass with like $100 bills, like what Elon Musk is doing right now. Isn't he like the richest man in the world?
Now he is, but yeah. But hopefully I believe this 2000 is going to come. We have a blue presidency with Joe Biden. The House, the House is blue. The Senate just recently turned blue thanks to Georgia and their Senate runoff race, and they elected Warnock and Ossoff. I think I pronounced that right.
Ossoff.
Okay. 2 Democrats. So now the seats is now going to be with, I believe, Kamala Harris as the last vote to be cast when it comes to bills being drafted and trying to be passed, and then finally sent over to the President Biden once he takes office. It's all blue, so no red can stop it at this point. It's all bills will go flying through. Kind of like how originally when Obama was president, and then the House or the House Senate when the Senate turned red, then they were stopping everything Obama was trying to do. Yeah, that was Mitch McConnell. Yeah. That was definitely Mitch McConnell for all those years, stopping everything. And even now, the man was stopping everything too with this pandemic going on, and now he's no longer there.
Thank God.
And then he wonders why. I'm like, dude, you're fucking over the American people. Then you're fucking over your own state, Kentucky.
I mean,
get out of here.
My opinion, they're all gonna screw us over regardless. It's just who's gonna screw us over worse.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of a whole bunch of bills drafted by people who represent the Democratic Party just being waved on through.
See, and that's the thing. That's the part. That's like the thing with government. Because a lot of people, we'll get this $2,000 pass for sure. I believe it for sure. This 2,000, even if it's like 1,400, that'll pass. If it's 2,000, and they're like, oh, scratch the 14, like we're giving you just straight 2,000. I still believe that will get passed. However, like how the way Darth Vader over here is saying, there's nothing to stop it now. There's nothing. They can literally start passing bullshit ass laws and bullshit ass regulations and all these other type of things, new taxes and all this craziness can go through. There's no opposing force to stop it now.
Yeah.
There's no checks and balances. It's the whole point of government.
They don't like the way legislation has been passed in this country for the past, I don't know,
forever.
Just from with Trump's administration alone. So it's like they probably got a whole lot of drastic changes in mind. I just don't like the thought of that. They're all for, murdering unborn children, like abortion and all that stuff. They're all for that. They're all for what else? God knows what else.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with anarcho-capitalism?
Mm-mm.
It's the idea that, in a nutshell, it's like it's okay in a free market economy to make money off of anything that includes like pornography, that includes child pornography, even that includes like murder, that includes sex, prostitution, just drugs, anything, everything. Everything's on the table, basically. Anarcho-capitalism. And it's like the way that it seems like left-leaning people are, what section of society they appeal to the most, especially amongst the young people in this country. You know, the more bohemian types, the people that are kind of outcasts and rejects. It's not for no reason. I'm not saying like, you know, you should look at people that way, but it's not for no reason. These people are the rejects of society, essentially, and that, you know, they're very people that have a tendency to engage in a lot of deviant behavior, you know, and stuff like that. So it's like these people are who, you know, make up the constituents of the Democratic Party, but also in the past, the people who are considered bohemian or just out of the ordinary back in the past are the people that are getting into office now, like Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, all these different, you know, I don't have a whole list of names or anything, but all these different kinds of people that have a tendency to go against the grain. They tend to challenge the status quo. It seems like the status quo has been okay. So it felt like for a while maybe the tattered moral fabric of, you know, this nation was starting to be rewoven. There was some recovery to it going on, some healing, you know, but I feel like they're just going to pass legislation that's generally detrimental to society. I remember seeing something about like in ancient Rome, or just in ancient societies, that through like an anthropological study, they realized that at the height, at a society's peak, at its apex, just before its decline, one of the signs was like a whole lot of promiscuous women. You know, just things like that. It's like the country. Everybody claims that the country was founded. Our Constitution was founded on like biblical principles, that it was Christian and all that. And it's like, if that's true, then it seemed to have strayed very far away from our roots as a nation. And it's like, if that's what fundamentally who we are or meant to be as a nation, and these people are coming in with their vision of what it should look like, what's it going to look like?
Yeah.
Something weird, something that's unrecognizable, you know?
Crazy stuff, I tell you, man. But regardless, I'm really hoping that we get another $2,000 coming in, 1,400 at least.
Yeah.
I was just reading that Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be the tie-breaking vote.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's all blue. It's basically all blue. She's gonna vote blue, so it's like she'll vote in favor of what Democrats want. So that's what I'm saying. The 2,000 will come in. There's literally nothing that's gonna stop it. So like, and again with Darth Vader saying, with that comes also problems in a way that there's nothing to challenge anymore. There's nothing to stop anything else that they could want to start passing and start legislating. So you get what you get when you vote in. Yeah. So I'll put it to you like that. To ask the question for us and then for the audience next, what the question is, what would you do with this new, if it is just straight 2,000 or completes the 2,000, whatever, 2,000, let's just call it 2,000. What would you do? I'll start the question with Daniel over here.
Well, like I said in the last podcast, I mean, I'm just going to throw it in the bank, throw it in my savings, man. I got some debt I would like to pay off with it, you know, trying to grow up a little bit now here. And, just, you know, I'd like to pay off some debt with it, you know, if I need it for, you know, something, you know, emergency, you know, some bills or whatever, then, yeah, I'll definitely use it for that. But, you know, for the most part, it's just going to go straight into my savings account, man.
Cool. So, Darth Vader?
Well, I'm really trying. I've never really been much of a fiscally responsible man. So it's just kind of like looking at what I need in my life most at the moment. I mean, obviously a vehicle. You know, I've never owned a vehicle. I've been loaned a vehicle. I've used vehicles, traveling around. People.
But you never owned a vehicle.
Never owned a vehicle. Never had my title. Never had my name.
Never paid car insurance.
No, hell no.
Okay, so,
like that. So that's my goal.
Cool. I mean, yeah.
That would be really nice.
Definitely get like a $1,500 car, or
because that's everything. Like, I mean, there's people out there that'll work. They'll ride a bicycle. They'll take the bus. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Just to go get to wherever they're going. I'm not necessarily at the point, not to make excuses for being lazy, but it's like I'm not at the point where I have that drive to pursue it in that way.
Yeah.
And it's like either way, it's like, what avails me more convenience is like having my own mode of transportation. Mm-hmm. So the consistency, so that it doesn't cause me to exert the energy that I need to go work, in the way of getting to work. So, vehicle.
So a vehicle. Okay, cool. For me and my wife, we pretty much talked it over. Once it's 2,000 or 1,400 and 1,400, this is what 2,400. But if I'm really hoping, I'm banking on it's two, because if it's two, just straight 2 and 2, that's 4,000. Instantly, we talked it over. My car is paid off, finally, and I will never, ever, 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 ever. Don't ever get a brand new car ever again.
It's a mistake. Trust me.
The worst. Actually, next podcast we'll talk about that. One of the worst things you could possibly do. And I'll tell you, I'll tune in for the next podcast and I'll tell you the secret why. But that's definitely what me and my wife are going to be using. The 2,000, if it's 2,000, 2,000, 4,000, my car is instantly paid off. And gives me opportunity to be free from that bondage and that chain, which is known as car payments, and opportunity to build more money and savings. From here on out, it's great. Trust me. I know for a fact now, having more money in my savings and watching that thing grow every month, being able to add more, and once there's no longer a payment, I can add that $300 extra into my savings on top of what me and my wife are already doing. The sky's the limit. The sky is the limit.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. But yeah. My question to everybody who's still listening and watching and didn't tune off. If it's 2, just straight 2,000, or it completes the 2, whatever. What are your goals? What are your plans with that money? Tell us down below. Comment down below. Is it for bills? Is it to start a business? Is it to just throw in a savings? Is it to get a car? Is it to get what do they call this thing? Fucko Pops.
I'm definitely not going to be buying those, man.
Yeah,
as much as I would want to, no, I'm not going to.
Yeah. Comment down below and let us know, man. So
also smash that like button.
Hell yeah.
Or smash the dislike button, whichever. It helps us out.
Yeah, and
regardless, and then hit that bell notification so that way you'll be informed of our future podcasts.
Subscribe.
Yep.
All right.
Until then, see you guys.
Later.